If there's one thing that keeps me grounded, focused, and just constantly pushing my limits, it's my workouts. Every rep, every drop of sweat, and every sore muscle is part of the process. But what does a full week of training really look like? The good days, the tough ones, and the workouts that make me genuinely question my life choices. This week, I'm taking you inside my real routine. No filters, no perfect angles, just a raw, unfiltered grind. But I'm also trying to bring a little more structure outside the gym. I've been trying to journal lately just to slow down, organize my thoughts, and be more intentional with my days. So my Monday mornings start a little different now. I like to start the week right, waking up early, journaling for a few minutes, getting my mind in check before diving into work, and of course, making sure I don't skip my morning workout, because if I don't train on Monday, the rest of the week, it just won't feel right. Good morning, squad. Welcome back to another video. I have not done an updated week of my workout since last year. That was the last video that I did of just showing you guys what my training split is like during the week. And I decided to do an updated one for you because so much has changed with the way that I train. The exercises that I'm doing, of course, a lot is still the same, but I've incorporated new exercises just to kind of like switch up my routine a little bit. So I wanted to just walk you guys through what my training split looks like during the week. So I give myself about 3 rest days now in the week as opposed to the 1 rest day that I used to have. So I use those rest days to kind of like go through content. And yeah, so now I have 3 rest days. So I'm training 4 days a week. And today is Monday, which is glute day. So I like to start my weeks off with a lower body workout. I just feel like it sets the tone for my week. And also it's the largest muscle group, so I like to get it out of the way. I have 1 glute workout a week, and then I have 1 leg focused workout. So those days I do quads mostly. I'll do hamstrings, I'll do my calves. Also, when it comes to like my rest days and stuff, I try to make my rest days active rest days. So even though I'm not going to the gym and I'm not doing any heavy training, I do like to do some cardio. I literally have a treadmill in my room because I do not want to have any excuses not to do cardio. So on those rest days, I'll just do like a 15-20 minute cardio run, and then I get started with my day. Right now, I don't know how much I weigh. I have put on a little bit of weight. I've gained about 3 to 4 kilograms. I haven't weighed myself in a very long time. But obviously I have a mirror. I can see photos, I can see videos, and it's not even a bad thing. Like, I love the weight that I've put on because I just love having that full, thick look. But of course, when you put on a little bit of weight, you're going to gain weight in other places that you may not want, one being your stomach. So that is my fitness goal right now, is to focus on just losing a little bit of body fat so that I can get my waist back snatched. So I'm looking to lose about 2 to 4 kg maybe. I think 4 will probably be too much. Maybe about 2 to 3 kg, which is not a lot. Okay, I can do that literally in 2 weeks. But I'm focusing on just being in a slight calorie deficit for the next 3 to 4 months and see, what my progress is like. But yeah, that is my goal. And I know that I'm gonna achieve that goal because I don't struggle with training. I don't struggle with, being consistent. It's never been a problem for me, but sometimes, you can kind of slip up, and it's normal, it's fine. But yeah, I wanted to share this routine with you guys. So I'm about to take my supplements for the morning. You guys already know what my routine is when it comes to supplements. I do 1 to 2 scoops of pre-workout, and then I mix it with some creatine from Prozis. And yeah, that is it. That is all. Let's get dressed for the gym and go hit this workout. I'm gonna wear these shorts from Navigation. These are really cute. And then this halter top sports bra from Right Aware. Okay, so today's workout, we're doing hip thrusts, Bulgarian split squats, sumo squats, and cable kickbacks. But yeah, that's it. That's the routine for today. Let's go. First up, I'm starting off with hip thrusts. This is arguably one of the best exercises for glute growth. This movement targets the glutes directly, and because you can load it heavily, it's perfect for like progressive overload. I am starting off light and I increase my weights during each set. Also, the key here is to drive through your heels, keep your chin tucked, and squeeze your glutes at the top. So don't just go through the motion, focus on the contraction. I also like to use a slight pause at the top of the movement to just maximize my glute activation. So I'm doing 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps here. Next, I like to focus on some sort of glute accessory movement where I can really isolate. I'm doing cable kickbacks to target the gluteus medius and the glute max. Now, the biggest mistake that I see people make here is swinging their legs without actually engaging their glutes. Just remember that slow and controlled is the key. Keep your core engaged, maintain a slight bend in that standing leg, and just kick back with control, pausing at the top. So this really helps you build that round lifted glute shape. Here I usually go for about 3 sets at like 8 to 10 reps per leg. Right now I'm about to do Bulgarian split squats, and I like to do like elevated Bulgarian split squat. So I create that elevation by just putting a weight plate down. So I have 10 kg here, and I'm going to step on it. And the reason why I like to do this is because it gives me a greater range of motion. So if you find yourself doing Bulgarian split squats and you feel like your range of motion is too short, you can kind of give yourself a little bit more elevation by adding, a platform. Now, split squats are not usually my favorite, but I do them anyway. These are really good for building glute strength, stability, and just overall lower body power. I like to focus on keeping a slight lean forward to emphasize my glutes more. And also I push through the front heel to engage the glutes fully. So do not rush your exercises. Those slow, deep reps will burn, but it gives you really great results. I do supersets as opposed to drop sets. So basically a superset is like a training technique when you're doing like 2 exercises or more back to back. That's how I train. So I go from one exercise to the other. So if I'm doing like 5 exercises, I complete all 5 exercises one after the other until I finish that whole set, and then I go back and start from the top. So that's how I train. I train like that because I find it a little bit more efficient, and it's also time efficient as well because I get through my workouts a lot quicker as opposed to like a drop set where you do 1 full set of an exercise like in one go. To finish off my workout for the day, I am doing dumbbell sumo squats. This is a great way to hit the glutes, the inner thighs, and those hamstrings while also still challenging your core stability. The wider the stance shifts, the focus more towards the glutes it is. And I always make sure to go deep, okay, to get the full range of motion. Now this exercise adds depth to my glute training, and when you focus on mind to muscle connection, you can really feel your glutes contracting. I also like to engage my core and just avoid leaning too far forward. Remember, this is almost like a squat movement, and I can go up to like 50 kg dumbbells with this. I go as heavy as I can while still maintaining good form. So that is all the exercises that I have for today. Literally 4 exercises. Easy, minimal, simple. You do not need 10, 12 different exercises to see growth. You guys just watched me do 1 set of all my exercises. So now I'm gonna go back and repeat all of the workouts again until I complete 4 sets of each. So I still have about an hour and a half left for my workouts, but this is how my glute day goes. Sometimes I will do like a swap, or I'll probably do 5 exercises depending. And I'm going to finish off my workout with cable crunches. I try to do that each time I train because that's probably like the only ab workout that I do. So I'm gonna throw that in there at the end of the workout, and that's it. And also, if you're someone who struggles with having a routine, following a routine, if you don't know what to do at the gym, I have workout programs on my website and you should take advantage of that. Sometimes all you need is just a structure, okay? When you know what to do when you go to the gym, it makes the It makes the entire difference. Because a lot of people go to the gym and they just do a bunch of random stuff that they think that they should be doing. People follow routines that they assume that they should be following. Have a structured workout program. It cuts out all of the guesswork, reduces the wasted time that a lot of people waste in the gym. And the last thing you want to do is just be doing a lot of random stuff in the gym, and then after 6 months you get nowhere. Like, it's pointless. So please invest in a structured workout program. I have workout programs on my website, and I have programs that covers literally every fitness goal. So if your goal is to lose weight, build muscle, if you're just trying to maintain, okay, you just want to be fit, be stronger, I have programs for that. If you're looking for sculpted abs, if you need a meal plan, I have those on my website, and I'm currently running a discount, so you can get programs on my website for as little as $15, okay? And these programs come with a gym and a home workout guide. So you have both, okay? And a nutrition plan. That is such a steal. Good morning, it's another day. So I'm in the kitchen trying to figure out how to make these high protein egg white omelets that I got from Prozis. I don't know what to expect. So it says it has 20 grams of protein powder. We mix it into 150 milliliters of cold water, and then we cook the mixture. We're gonna make these high protein egg white omelets, and we're gonna see how it turns out. I'm gonna mix it in this little container. Let's see how this turns out. I don't know. I feel like this is too much water. Oh, she is coming together, you guys. Look, it's looking really eggy. That's scrambled eggs. I love it. I was so scared at first because I was like, I did not mix this properly, but ooh, she getting thick. So today is back day, and I'm super excited because I have been loving back workouts these days. I look forward to them. For my back workouts, I just like to keep it minimal because I'm naturally lean, so I tend to put on muscle a little bit quicker, my upper body. So I'm not trying to look too big or too like exaggerated. So I keep my back workouts relatively simple, minimal weights. I don't go too heavy. But yeah, that is what we're doing today. So I'm gonna walk you through that. And my girl is done. Look at that. That is scrambled eggs. I'm so proud of myself right now. Woo. And it's a little salty too, so they put a little salt in it too. Of course, as usual, I'm going to leave the link to this in my description. So if you want to get this from the Prozis site, use my discount code SOFIT10 to get 10% off. Right? So I'll see you guys at the gym. I'm not gonna lie, today was rough. My period started and the cramps were brutal. They really wanted to take me out. Okay, the last thing that I wanted to do at this point was move my body, but I told myself to just get moving and see how I felt. And honestly, sometimes showing up is the hardest part, but I did. I started with my treadmill walk to wake my body up and loosen up my muscles and just mentally prepare myself for the session that I had this morning. And the cramps kicked in again and I had to pause. And this workout was just a lot more mental than it was physical. So the workouts that I'm doing today are staples for building a thick, strong, solid back and improving overall pulling strength. The secret to having an hourglass shape is having a well-structured back, and this gives the illusion of a smaller waistline. So the first exercise that I did was back rows on the T-bar row machine. Now this is just another variation of a dumbbell or seated row. The key here is to lead with your elbows, not your hands, and really squeeze at the top of that movement. If you're just yanking the weight, you're not working your back properly. Again, slow controlled reps are the best. Next, I'm doing lat pull downs, one of my favorite movements for building that V-tapered back. This exercise helps widen the upper body and gives that strong sculpted look. I always make sure to keep my chest up and just pull the bar to my chest, and I avoid using momentum. A slight pause at the bottom helps engage the lats fully, and I'm aiming to do 3 to 4 sets here of about 10 to 12 reps. And of course, in usual pull day fashion, I have to throw in some cable bicep curls because a strong back deserves strong arms to match. Now, I don't train my biceps every week. I do them kind of like every other week because I bulk easily. I love the cable variation because it keeps constant tension on my muscle, which helps with my definition. Biggest mistake when people make here is swinging the weight. I keep my elbows tucked in, controlling the movement and focusing on that deep squeeze at the top. So I love to focus on strength and progression, and pull-ups are great for this. Pull-ups are really a struggle for a lot of people, which I understand, but they are one of the best upper body exercises that you can do. Now, I usually go for assisted pull-ups. This allows me to train the movement properly while still challenging my back muscles. I like to focus on driving my elbows down, keeping my core tight, and controlling the negative portion of the rep, working on getting stronger with each session. Last but not least, I'm doing straight arm cable back extensions. This is a killer isolation exercise that really targets the lats and gives that final burn to end the workout. The trick here is to keep your arms straight, focus on the stretch at the top, and engage the lats as you pull the cable down. This is an underrated movement, but it makes a huge difference. Here, I like to do about 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps. I'm not gonna lie, this session wasn't easy at all. The cramps were hitting, my energy was low, but I still showed up and did what I could and left feeling a lot better. Some days it's just about showing up for yourself. It's Wednesday and my energy was still low today. Today's session is all about quads and hamstrings. So I'm focusing on building strength, shape, and balance in the legs. Leg day is one of my favorites because it's a full lower body challenge that requires both power and endurance. Before getting into heavy lifts, I always start with a proper warm-up just to activate my muscles, increase mobility, and reduce injury risk. Since I've been doing this, I rarely feel pressure in my joints like I used to. A solid warm-up makes a huge difference in performance, strength, and injury prevention. Starting off with barbell squats, which are the foundation of leg strength. This movement builds overall lower body strength, improves your mobility, and it activates your core as well. The key here is depth and control. I make sure to brace my core, keep my chest up, and squat deep enough for full quad and hamstring engagement. I went for about 4 sets here, and I usually do my squats till failure, of course increasing my weights as I progress with my sets. Next, I go right into RDLs. The focus here is stretching the hamstrings while maintaining tension throughout the movement. A big mistake people make here is rounding their back or turning it into a regular deadlift. You want to keep a neutral spine and push your hips back and lower the dumbbell until you feel that deep stretch in your hamstrings. The goal is to control, not just moving weight, making sure to drive through your heels. And here I'm just lightly squeezing my glutes at the top for maximum engagement. Now onto the leg press, which is a staple for targeting the quads, hamstrings, and glutes without putting too much stress on your lower back. Now I like to adjust my foot placement depending on what I want to emphasize. Feet lower on the platform for more quad activation or higher for more hamstring and glute involvement. Once I finish my set, I go straight into calf raises on the machine. Now this superset saves me time and it keeps constant tension on my calves. This is one of the best, most effective ways that I like to target my calves. This next exercise is a killer. I'm doing heel elevated split lunges. Elevating the heel shifts more emphasis onto your quads, making them work overtime. Here I lean slightly forward to keep tension on my quads, and my biggest tip here is to control the eccentric, so the lowering phase, and this increases time under tension, which is key for muscle growth. I do 3 sets of 10 reps per leg, and trust me, by the end your quads will be on fire. To wrap up my workout for the day, I am finishing off with heel elevated goblet squats. These are great for quad development, core stability, and just overall lower body endurance. I'm holding my dumbbell close to my chest, which forces my core to stay engaged while allowing me to sink deep into my goblet squat. Now the key here is to control the movement and not just drop down and bounce back up. I like to go for about 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps as a burnout to finish the session strong. And that is it. Quad and hamstring day done. This workout is all about balance, heavy lifts, isolation movements, and endurance work to build strong sculpted legs. Listen, if you're trying to grow your legs, progressive overload and proper form is key. Now, I like wrapping up my week with a solid push day, focusing on chest, shoulders, and triceps. This session is all about upper body strength, definition, and power. I'm starting off my workout with dumbbell bench press. So I'm about to jump into the exercises for my session today. I'm starting off with a dumbbell chest press. I don't know what it is, but I'm feeling so weak and tired right now, and I really do not feel like being here right now. I just feel so drained and sluggish, but I'm going to push through. I have about 6 or 7 exercises today. So yeah, I forgot to lay a towel on the bench. Icky. Okay, so I have 10 kg dumbbells that I'm starting off with, and I'm aiming to do 10 to 12 reps here. Of course, always focused on slow movements, controlled movements. Now, this is one of the best compound movements for building upper body strength. Dumbbells allow you just greater range of motion, which means better chest activation compared to using a barbell, but that's just me. That's just my preference, okay? The key here for me is control. So lower the dumbbells slowly, keep your elbows at about 45-degree angle and press up with power. And I like to aim to do about 3 to 4 sets here of about 8 to 12 reps, just making sure that every rep is strong and controlled. Next, I'm isolating my shoulders with standing lateral raises. If you want capped, defined shoulders, this is a must, okay? The trick here is to keep a slight bend in your elbows, lead with your elbows, not your hands, and control the movement, no swinging. After that, I go right into my overhead shoulder presses. And as a compound movement, it targets multiple different muscle groups at the same time. So doing this exercise is also going to be working the core muscles. So definitely do not skip out on your standing shoulder raises. It's a really good exercise to build your upper body strength as well. So it's definitely in my top 3 exercises for my shoulders. Now this movement builds strength in your shoulders, triceps, and upper chest area while also engaging your core. Here you want to keep your core braced and just press the bar up in a straight line and control the negative. I go for about 3 to 4 sets here of 8 to 12 reps. Now I am on to a cable chest fly, an amazing isolation exercise that really stretches and contracts the chest for definition. I focus on keeping a slight bend in my elbows, one foot out in front of the other for just better balance and muscle activation. Now I'm bringing those cables together in for like a wide arc, not just pressing or pushing it forward. Remember, this is not a pushing movement. The slower the movement, the better the contraction. Now I'm moving into my triceps with a cable tricep push down. This is one of the best movements for tricep growth and definition. The trick is to keep your elbows locked in place and fully extend at the bottom to engage your triceps completely. So no swinging, no half reps, just controlled movement. To hit my triceps even further, I like to add a single arm tricep push down. Now doing this unilaterally helps correct muscle imbalances and also makes sure that both arms are working equally. So same form, keep your wrist neutral, extend fully, and just squeeze at the bottom of each rep. And to finish off today's workout, I am adding cable crunches for core engagement. I actually do this after every single workout, and this targets your upper and lower abs. And that is push day complete. This session was a mix of strength, control, high volume work to build size and definition in the chest, shoulders, and triceps. And it also wraps up my week of workouts. And thank you so much for hanging out with me this week. and training with me this entire week. And as usual, guys, I will see you in my next video. All of my workout programs are linked down below in my description, as well as my digital cookbook. All right, so if you need any help on your fitness journey, I got you. Check out my description box. Also, if you need some extra motivation, accountability, support, my one-on-one personal coaching is now available. And that is it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.